Hello guys, it's me Mitch and I am back with another video. It's been a month since my last video and I just got back from my travels. I got back about a week ago and I actually filmed a video, but I was a bit of a mess when I came back because I just felt really weird being back. Do you guys know that feeling when you come back from a long trip and you're physically back home but you're mentally kind of still somewhere else? So yeah, but now I'm slowly coming back to myself. I'm slowly arriving again and feeling good being back. This was the first time that I traveled solo. So I ended up going to Greece and then I went to Portugal and then I ended it with Sicily. It's quite funny actually because for my Lisbon trip, a really good friend of mine ended up joining me spontaneously. She found really cheap flights from Germany to Lisbon and she asked me if she could join and I was like, of course. And then we ended up getting friendship tattoos and it was honestly one of the most wholesome trips I've ever had in my life. It was also our first trip together other than maybe like some class trips when we were kids, but that was it and it couldn't have gone better. Like we were just on the same wavelength and everything was just really great. All in all, during the solo trip, I'd say that I felt so good. I felt very empowered being on my own. When you solo travel, you can do whatever you want, basically. You don't have to wait for somebody, you don't have to worry about somebody else, you just have to worry about yourself. I stayed in hostels and I met so many people and I really wanted to make sure that I met a lot of women during my trip. I don't know why. Lately I just feel like I've been wanting to meet a lot of women. I love the women energy going on right now. So I met a lot of women and I hung out mostly with girls and it was really nice. And not to say that the guys that I ended up meeting were bad or anything. They were nice too. But I mostly tried to attract women. All in all, I feel like I want to do this all over again. People always say that once you solo travel, you kind of get, obsessed with it and you just want to do it and keep going. And I mean, they're not wrong because I'm already kind of looking at places to go to next year and kind of planning my next solo travel already. I feel like it's really good for you. It's really good to face yourself. I'd say that I had a mix of everything. I was terrified but also excited. I feel like when you just do it and when you go and you land in your first country, you tend to go into this fight mode, not fight mode, but kind of concentration mode where you just think to yourself, okay, how do I get from the airport to the hostel? And how much does a taxi cost or how much does a metro cost and how much, you kind of just get into that thinking and you take it as baby steps and then you just do it. I felt like the entire trip was so wholesome and yeah, I feel like the whole trip, the one word I kept saying the entire time was wholesome because it really was, like from the people that I met and just all around the vibes of the different cities that I went to. It just was all so welcoming, I'd say, and I guess I might also just be lucky that this was my first experience of solo traveling, but I also felt like I really tried to keep an open mind and open heart towards new places, new people, and I think that's the reason why I met such great people. The one fear that I had was that I would feel very lonely, aside from of course my safety fears of, I don't know, like getting lost or having my stuff stolen or something like that, which all thankfully didn't happen. But I would say the biggest fear next to that was definitely feeling lonely. And there was one day where I did feel lonely, and I think it's because when you solo travel, you meet so many people along the way, and then you forget for a second that you're on your own. And the moment that they leave and you're still the one, staying behind in that sense, or still staying in that city that you're in, you're just faced with being alone again, and you're like, oh, hold on, I'm actually alone on this trip and now I gotta meet new people. I think I had 1 or 2 days of that feeling, but otherwise that immediately just went away again, because if you're in a hostel and you're sharing a room with others, or even if you just, go to the common area, then you just meet new people again and then you have friends again. Even though I enjoyed hanging out with the people that I've met, there were moments where I was like, actually, I kind of want to be alone. I'd say that I definitely recommend it. I recommend every single person, if you can, to totally go and travel on your own. I know it's scary, but I feel that if you do, especially in terms of your safety, if you research properly, if you also have, your backup at home, like backup as in, you let your family know where you are, you show them, you tell them where your itinerary is, like do anything that you need to do to make yourself feel safe. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't care. I kept my location on at all times. I don't know, I just did everything that would make me feel safe. You're on your own at the end of the day. So yeah. As some of you might know from my previous videos, I was a little bit afraid about new social situations and drinking. And I did end up drinking alcohol, but I noticed that it was really mindful. During the entire trip, there were only 2 nights where I got a little bit drunk, quite drunk, and I was hungover the next day. I was really trying to be kind to myself about everything, because I knew that solo traveling was a whole new situation for me, and I didn't want to put any kind of restrictions towards myself or make myself feel bad just because it was also new to me already and I was just trying to figure it all out. But I was really proud of myself because actually I got to know myself in terms of, alcohol. And I realized that at least in Greece, I didn't drink a lot. I would have like 2 or 1 drink every other night. And then in Lisbon, my friend and I we were almost at a bar every single night, but it was because of the social aspect behind it. We just wanted to have fun and maybe potentially go out and dance, because that was always our main goal. Like, she and I love to go out and just dance. We would have drinks, but we didn't really get drunk together. It was all about just really having a good time and meeting people, socializing and dancing, which was nice. This is exactly why I was happy that she came along, because I knew that she would totally resonate with me on that level when it came to drinking and partying and all of these things. So I know that it came from a good place. There was one night where I did take it a step too far and I noticed kind of old patterns come up and me kind of going into autopilot a little bit, and that's exactly why I just kind of drank a little bit too much and I was really hungover the next day. That was actually it, and I was so proud of myself for being so aware and just kind to myself about the whole drinking situation. Now that I'm back in Germany, I'm gonna stop drinking again. I think a couple of days after I landed, I did have like a Weinschorle, like wine basically with sparkling water. I think in that moment I realized, like, actually I don't want this. I'm happy with not drinking again. All in all, I'm really excited to be back, and I'm excited to do more videos and, be more present on here and let you guys know stuff. There's definitely a big thing happening in August for me again. I don't want to talk about it until it's done, and I'll let you guys know about it. But otherwise, if any of you guys are going solo traveling for the first time and, you have any questions from a rookie solo traveler who just started and, still kind of has the fresh feeling of what it felt like to do it the first time, I'm here for you, and ask away. I am happy to answer any questions. I just wanted to share how it felt like. And yeah, anyway, that's it for today, and I hope you guys like this video, and hit that subscribe button if you want to hear some more stuff about my life. And see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.